Hello, hello, hi! Welcome, welcome to Barebones Kitchen. Kitchenettes, Kitchen Littles, and Kitchen Nuggets! Yay! If you have bear essentials or bear knowledge, please allow me to inspire you to create something amazing for your friends, your family, yourself. We don't judge around here. Cheers, y'all! I've switched to Kona. Kona Big Wave. I like this. It's good beer. And I didn't have too many this time before I started the show like last week. Whoops. Sorry, guys. I was told by a kitchenette that I probably said 450 degrees like 500,000 times. So we're not going to do that tonight. Cheers to that. How about that? All right. So you guys, I was struggling because now we're out of all the appetizers, right? We did the Super Bowl thing, right? We're done with that. We're moving on to other things now. So this little ditty I found on TikTok. Social media it doesn't have to be negative all the time, you guys. Like, I have found some of the most amazing artists on social media. I find some of the greatest recipes on social media. Like, it just really depends on what your algorithm is, right? So don't start liking people's negative BS and you won't have negative BS pop up on your timeline. And when in doubt, just create a business page. And then you don't have to worry about any of it because not very often am I on my personal page anymore. Yeah, so I found this on TikTok. It is called a creamy chicken fajita bake. Now, you guys, I put in a lot of work for this one. A lot of work mentally, okay? Not a lot of work here because I found some little tricks and shortcuts that I'm going to share with y'all. But this whole thing was, I think, a chef in maybe the UK. All the measurements were not American cups, okay? So I really had to like put some work into this. And you know the one thing I didn't freaking do? I didn't. Hello, cuz. I did not chop up garlic. I totally forgot. So we're just gonna roll with it. That's what we're gonna do. They used lazy garlic, or what some people call jarlic, and I actually don't have any of that either. I just have little heads of garlic. I totally meant to chop it up, and I totally forgot. So I guess we're just going to go with some garlic powder, because sometimes when you're in a pinch, that's what you got to do, right? Okay, we're going to get started. Okay, so we're going to go about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of your favorite pasta. I happen to have a box that has... It's been used for other things, so there's probably about 1.5 cups in here. We're going to dump this bad boy in there. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't really trust that it's going to be enough. So I'm going to get my other box that I just bought yesterday in case I was going to need it, because that doesn't feel like enough to me. Just remember, when you're using dry pasta, it's going to soak up a lot of that liquid, so you don't want to go too crazy. I'm just going to try to cover the bottom of this pan a little bit, though. Oh, cool. It's going to be a fun pasta. Because now we have 2 different shapes because I use 2 different brands. Yay me! We're going to call that fun pasta. That's what we're going to call that. As Bob Ross would say, happy little mistake, right? All right. I did just wash my hands, just so y'all know. I'm just going to mix it together a little bit. Even though I'm going to mix it in a minute anyways, it just kind of, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. All right. So now we're going to take this little ditty that I found, because the original recipe calls for like a couple bell peppers and some onion and 1.5 pounds of chicken. So I'm like, hi, thanks grocery store for hooking it up all in one little thing, and I don't have to worry about it that way. Love that idea, because then I looked at the chicken because I was like, oh, I don't know if that's going to be enough chicken. Just for the thing of chicken was like $9. This bad boy cost me $9.88, and I didn't have to spend the extra money on the peppers and onions. So, winning. That's a win, you guys. 100% win. So, some of these little chunks are a bit big for what I want it to look like, but if you're fine with it, just dump the whole thing in there. It's not going to hurt anything. Like mixing pull tabs. Yes, Nicole, it is like mixing pull tabs. It's just a thing. It's a thing. You don't always want just the same pictures of bongs and joints when you're pulling your pull tabs. Good pick, babe. Good pick. All right, so going in, take this little fajita packet, because look at that, they even gave me a packet that's dripping. Good thing it's not over the tomatoes. I'll just have to wipe my counter down again, but that's okay. That's okay. The original recipe had like your store-bought seasoned packet for fajitas. I actually have one of those, ironically enough, which is weird because I usually don't have that kind of stuff. But we're just going to roll with the one that's in there, because why not? I'm going to dig out this chicken with my bare ass hands, which means then I'm going to have to wash my hands. There's a little bit of these peppers, but it's okay because we're going to dump it all in there anyways. We do have the oven set to 375. Again, something I had to research because I don't know how to do that switch over. Not very good at that stuff. If you're good at it, good on you. I'm not very good at it. I feel like this is actually enough chicken. I feel like this is a good blend. I'm not going to worry about washing my hands yet because it's all going together anyways. So I'm just going to take some of these bigger chunks of onions and peppers and kind of cut them up because they, you know, they're making them for a regular fajita that goes into a little shell, and we're just doing it with pasta. And I want to make sure that they're a little bit closer to the pasta pieces that are in there, which is why some of these bigger ones I'm just going to kind of chop up. Just real quick like. How is everybody doing? Did you all go to the parade today? I heard it's a complete shit show out on the freeway. That's always fun and exciting. I haven't really sat down since I got home, so hopefully people just weren't assholes. That's, you know, honestly, that's my biggest thing that I always worry about. Like, people are having a good time, they're excited, their team won, it's really awesome, woo-woo! And then you want to go break storefront shit. You know what I mean? That just didn't work. Like, don't be an asshole. That's the long and the short of it. Just don't be an asshole. And that doesn't just apply to a parade, you guys. That applies to everyday life. Just don't be an asshole. Whole different story if you're an asshole first and then I come back at you being an asshole and then you want to get mad at me because you're an asshole, so I responded with being an asshole. Say less. Because that doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. Dang, some of these pieces are super ginormous. Ginormous. Nick, how is Catherine? How's she feeling? You're going to have to send me an updated pic. Woohoo! And when is that little grandbaby of yours entering the world? When is that little grandbaby supposed to come to the world? I gotta know. I gotta know. If you're responding, I can't see it yet. So again, you guys, this is something I've never made before. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I had to decipher a lot of stuff in here. Because we in America always have to make everything difficult. Go against the grain. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Almost there. I got some of these pieces that are okay. Some of these pieces that are like flying discs. Oh, I'm supposed to shoo? Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry you didn't tell me I was supposed to shoo. Ah, my bad. Sorry, Catherine. Sorry. I don't think she watches anyway, so I think your secret's safe. My bad. I'm sorry. Didn't know it was still a secret. All right, we're almost there. A few more little handfuls. Just want to make sure there's not too many big old chunks in there. Hopefully my pan is big enough. Thought it was going to be big enough. Now I'm kind of second guessing my choice here. I'm really good at second guessing my life choices, y'all. Really good at it. All right, let me get this mess out of the way. Give my hands a little scrubby scrub. I know it's not going to be the 20-second amount it's supposed to be. But I am using soap, if that counts for anything. All right. Whew. Guys, I am just been... She's not announced it to the world yet. Aww. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be the big spoiler. Like, all of her friends are totally watching my page anyways. Whatever. It hasn't become official yet. That's it. All right. So now we have our chicken that's in here. Again, I'm going to guess that was probably about 1.5 pounds, you guys. It was probably pretty spot on. We've got our little peppers from our mixture. If you want to go out on a limb and do your own peppers, I would just say just make your own mix. If you like green peppers and just green peppers, just do that. If you want a mixture, if you want sweet peppers, that's what I would have used if I was breaking this down the way I would normally break it down. Whatever. Do what makes your soul happy. We have some fire roasted diced tomatoes with garlic. I'm going to pour that on top because I like the fire roasted ones. They make my heart very happy. We're going to fill this can up about halfway. Just halfway. Okay. We're going to dump that over the top. Okay. Now I'm going to get my cuts everything but food scissors. We're going to get this messy little fajita packet open. We're going to sprinkle that bad boy on top. Forgot there was chicken juice all over that. Whoops. Whoops. Then we're going to take half of this container of a large container of cream cheese. So we've got 2 cups here. We're going to take about a cup. All right, just about a cup. We're going to put that in here too. If I can get it out of here. Geez, I just am going to have to wash my hands left and right for this bad boy. And I don't know, the recipe I looked at called for low fat. Fattening food makes a chubby girl happy, so I'm good with it. I'm good with it. If you're not good with that, that's okay. It's just my preference. I want full fat. I want all the fat. Because you only live once, right? I don't need to live long. I just need to have a good time while I'm doing it. All right, got half of that in there. Wash my hands again, get the cream cheese off my fingers. Woo! Now I get to attempt to mix this because I don't know how well that's going to go. First, we're going to just give it some pepper and some salt and garlic, since I forgot to chop up the 4 tablespoons of garlic that was required. I squirreled off. My bad, you guys. I don't try to do y'all dirty like that. Sometimes it just happens. And I do have a little bit of Weber. Ooh, not much. It's a good thing I came in strong with that Target mix this weekend, because I don't think that's enough. Actually, maybe I'll just go garlic powder. Just straight up garlic powder. We'll do that. All right. Boop. Now to find the magic spoon that's going to actually work. I don't know. We're going to try this one. Hopefully this one works okay. So we got to mix up those noodles into our chicken, into our tomatoes and our peppers, and get all the cream cheese kind of mixed in there too, because we want it to be sort of evenly distributed so it can get all melty and gooey and delicious, you guys. I'm not really sure. This is, again, the first time I'm making this recipe, so we are going to see how it works, and then maybe tomorrow I'll update you with what I would have done differently. I don't know. We'll see. Or if I would do anything differently. I'm always going to be my biggest critic, though, so. Ooh, that's not spreading very easily. Maybe I should have whipped that cream cheese first. Made it a little bit more pliable. Maybe it doesn't matter because it's going to get melty and move around anyways. I don't really know. I don't really know. So I applied for a new job, you guys. Then I had to take a test. I feel like I did all right on the test. And now I have to wait. It's the worst. I'm not really great at waiting. I'm kind of impatient like that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because everybody just wants to make more money, right? We all just want to make more money. That's why we go to work. If I was volunteering for work, I wouldn't be volunteering where I actually work and they actually pay me to be there. Like, would you? Because I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. I mean, it's serving its purpose and helping me pay my bills, but I'm not volunteering. I already give them more than I should anyways. I feel like most of us do at our jobs. Now, just a side note, you guys, as I'm stirring this, I'm seeing that there's not a ton of liquid in here, even with that like half a can of the tomato, rinsed out tomato can. It's probably going to soak up all of that. I'm not going to lie at all. But then some of the juices from the chicken are also going to help that pasta cook. And I think it's going to turn out quite nicely, honestly. Can't get that cream cheese to spread, though, for nothing. All right, we're going to try to flatten this out. Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to try to flatten it out a little bit. I should have used the bigger pan. No, I had to second guess myself. It happens. We're going to top this bad boy with some cheese. I have some Mexican cheese. I think the recipe I looked at called for mozzarella. Do whatever makes your soul happy, you guys. Use pepper jack if you have pepper jack, because that's what I would use if I was thinking about it. But I didn't think that far ahead. I knew I had cheese in the fridge, right? So I'm just going to go into it with this. And then we're going to cover this bad boy. And it's going to bake for like an eternity, you guys. Like, no joke. It's like 45 minutes on 375. Can I adjust it to make it go quicker? Oh no, I've never made this recipe before. So maybe we'll find out next time I make it. Maybe I'll bump it up to 400 and see if that cooks it in 35 minutes instead of 45 minutes. I don't know. I don't do these easy peasy lemon squeezy deals. But it seems all right so far. Seems all right. And the veggies. Yes, you are right, Nick. The veggies will have a lot of liquid that come out of them, too. That will help the noodles cook. My bad. Thanks for having my back, girl. Hi, Wheeler. So funny. Did I already tell you that we hired a new driver, and his name is Bradley Wheeler instead of Wheeler Bradley? I think about you every time I hear his name. Isn't that funny? Just funny. All right, boop, boop. What have I got here? Yep, that's what I'm looking for. All right, so again, I'm just going to run through it really fast. We've got our oven set to 375. I have about 2 cups of dried pasta. Yes, way. I chose rotini. You can choose whatever you want. The recipe was not specific at all, at all. I did about 1.5 pounds of chicken breasts, and I did a whole fajita kit. So it was already chopped up for me. It was already all there. I would say if you're going to buy everything separately, do maybe 1 and 1. Like 1 red pepper, 1 green pepper, or whatever colors you choose. Like pepper's a pepper, but green peppers tend to be way burpier and gross when you do it. So that's just my 2 cents on that. And then there was red onion in the fajita mix. So that's what I used. Use whatever onion you have. That's totally fine. I used the little fajita packet that was in that already pre-done fajita setup. Sprinkled that. Used a cup of cream cheese. Got that in there. A little salt and pepper. A can of tomatoes. Halfway filled the can up after I dumped it out with some water. Put some cheese on top after I mixed it. We're going to cover this bad boy with some foil. Put it in our 375 oven for about 45 minutes. I'm not going to obviously make you wait for 45 minutes. So I will take pictures and post those when I'm done. In the meantime, thank you for showing up. Y'all keep showing up, so do I. And as I'm exiting, I've been watching Next Level Chef, you guys. I gotta get to that point. That's my next goal in life. I at least just want to, even if I don't make it past the first round and I get stuck in the basement, that's my goal. That is my next goal. So, whoop whoop. Have a good evening, you guys. And y'all keep showing up. So do I.